All right, let's dive into a thought experiment. Imagine a world that has completely conquered death. A world where every single person on Earth has been gifted 7 lives. But what starts out as, humanity's greatest miracle, well, it might just turn out to be its most terrifying curse.
So let's just start with that simple question. I'm asking you, what if you had 7 lives? Seriously, take a second. What would you do differently? Would you be bolder, more reckless? It's a wild thing to think about, right?
Okay, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in Mumbai, just 1 month into this brand new era. A discovery has totally rewritten the rules of existence, promising a world free from life's ultimate consequence, death itself.
So here's the deal. It's called the Phoenix virus, and it has swept across the entire globe. And the gift? Every human now gets 7 lives. You can just imagine the initial reaction, right? Absolute euphoria. People are thinking this is it, a miracle, humanity's final ultimate victory over death.
And you see just how quickly this new reality sinks in. Picture a tense operating room, okay? A patient flatlines. But instead of panic, the surgeon just kind of looks up and casually says, well, that's his first life gone. A moment later, the patient wakes up craving street food. Just like that, the entire weight of death, it's just gone.
And naturally, where some people see a miracle, others see a market. The corporate world immediately sees the business angle, framing it as unlimited potential. All of a sudden, risk isn't a liability anymore. It's a commodity. Dangerous jobs, extreme sports, they're all about to become massive growth industries.
Of course, it doesn't take long for this mindset to infect youth culture. On social media, the 7 Lives Challenge goes absolutely viral. You've got college kids watching videos of people doing the craziest, most dangerous stunts, basically trading their extra lives for clicks and fame. It's the ultimate commodification. Your life is now just content.
But as you can probably guess, this celebration is pretty short-lived. That initial euphoria starts to curdle, and we begin to see the really dark side of this gift, the slow, steady unraveling of society itself.
And I mean, the chaos just erupts almost overnight. The 7 Lives Challenge isn't just some harmless trend. It's a symptom of a much deeper sickness. We start seeing a rise in what they're calling recreational violence. Financial markets are in total turmoil from reckless bets, and you have people literally jumping off landmarks just for the adrenaline rush.
The scale of this recklessness is just staggering. Look at this number, 47. That's how many deaths were processed in a single Mumbai hospital in just 1 day. Not from sickness or old age, but from people treating their lives like some kind of video game. The whole healthcare system is completely overwhelmed.
And this is where it gets truly, truly chilling. A surgeon on the front lines, she says, I saw a teenager die laughing. This isn't normal. Just think about that for a second. It's not just recklessness anymore. It's a fundamental disconnect from the actual meaning of life and death.
So the dream of immortality has soured into a total nightmare. We were promised a world without grief, but instead we got a world where life has no value. We were promised unlimited opportunities, and we got widespread recklessness. And the promise of a life without fear, well, that just created a world completely devoid of feeling.
The moral decay just picks up speed. That same CEO who saw unlimited potential, he gets confronted about how his company's adventure packages killed 12 people. And his response is just chillingly simple. They came back, didn't they? Human life has officially been reduced to a recoverable asset on a balance sheet.
The change is personal, too. After losing a life in one of those reckless stunts, Rohan's friends notice something is off. His friend Arjun points it out. Guys, Rohan's changed. Look at his eyes. There's a coldness there, a distance that just wasn't there before.
And this all brings us to the story's horrifying climax, the scientific truth behind the Phoenix virus, a truth that reveals the real cost of a soul.
And then, the horrifying truth finally comes out. Scientists make a breakthrough, and oh man, it is not good news. The Phoenix virus isn't a gift at all. With every single death and rebirth, a person's neural activity is diminished. It's systematically stripping away the very things that make us human: our empathy,
our emotions.
It's literally a step-by-step descent into nothingness. The first death, it's a novelty, a thrill. After the second, you're a lot less cautious. After the third, you start feeling emotionally distant. By the fourth, you've lost your empathy. It's a clear path that leads from escalating antisocial behavior straight to complete sociopathy by the time you're on your seventh life. You don't just die, you're being erased. Do you see this dawning horror on the ground level? A policeman on the street who's seen all the chaos firsthand, he finally puts the pieces together, and the realization hits him as he asks this devastating question. So, this isn't a blessing, it's a curse? Another character puts it even more bluntly, and it just perfectly captures the true horror of their situation. She says, "The virus didn't give us 7 lives. It's slowly taking away our soul."
So, where does this leave us? We're all left to grapple with this central, terrifying revelation. This so-called gift of immortality was never a gift. It has always been a curse.
One of the characters reflects on this terrifying paradox with a line that really hits home. They say, "We thought we had escaped death, but the real death was happening while we were still alive. They were losing their humanity piece by piece, even as their bodies just kept coming back."
Which leads them, and really leads us, to this impossible question. How do you tell an entire world, a world that is celebrating its freedom from mortality, that this amazing gift actually comes at the cost of their very humanity? How do you even begin that conversation?
Ultimately, the entire story, everything we've talked about, it all boils down to one devastating question. How many lives is a soul worth? What's better, 1 life lived with feeling, empathy, and connection, or 7 lives as a completely empty shell?
And the story leaves us with this powerful final thought, a reminder of what truly matters. The true value of life is realized only when it's about to end. Maybe it's our mortality, the fact that our existence is finite, that actually gives our lives and our humanity their ultimate meaning.